E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quest for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Run away for some time into a universe of senses. I run away for some time into a universe of senses. Word is on my mind, there's a crowding on my senses. Can't to redefine There's a crowding on my senses. Crowding on my senses. I run away for some time into a universe of senses. I run away for some time into a universe of senses. Word is on my mind. There's a crowding on my senses. Care to redefine. There's a crowding on my senses. Crowding on my senses.
Go Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dota Pit Season 5. I'm Lysander, going to be joining you guys for a BO3 broadcast. It's the last BO3 for tonight, but we are going to have some really hyped Dota coming in as we have two of the arguably best teams in Southeast Asia right now, Faceless versus MVP Phoenix. I, myself, am very excited to cast this game. I have been, as a Singaporean, I have heard about Team Faceless formation a while back. We get the team in. We have our doubts, Singapore teams, we've always had those same issues. C teams always had that issue of staying together. But then, you kind of have a bunch of friends together, have a little bit of a mix of foreign talent, but three friends have made a promise to one another to play esports competitively, plus two. Well, yeah, you have your reservations, but then, they started performing well, they did better and better, they went undefeated in Boston, in the Boston qualifiers, and they proved themselves, earned their spot in the major, and we'll be flying to Boston. MVP Phoenix, on the other hand, people had their doubts, why would Volvo invite them, they have not been doing well, blah, 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 but hey, they did recently beat the other team that was directly invited as well, 2-0 actually. Team Execration, they did beat them 2-0 just not too long ago. And yeah, that was their latest match. Yeah, they have been a little bit on the ever since some of their best guys got poached over to Secret. But it's still not, the worst case for them. They still got some good ones. They got Ryzen, they got QO, they got Fabi, they got Dubu. Some of these guys I've been casting ever since their formation in the Nexon League, I think. Oh, brings back old memories. But yeah, what I'm really excited to actually do is watch Faceless first person, not watch the highlights, not watch the VOD after, but watch them first hand, see how they execute it, because they've got some heroes that they just really know how to play that their opponents don't. It's a hero like the Undying that MVP Phoenix decide to take out here, but Faces still like to go for that Warlock, they like to go for the, funny enough, Faceless Void. So I'm excited to see what they'll do here. They have Nyx Assassin Rubik as the first two. A lot of Chinese teams have been going to this Rubik pick as well, and have been going to this Coddle as well. They have kind of felt that the Coddle does more as a Night Stalker kind of thing. They have that Keeper having the unobstructed vision. That's what Night Stalker used to be picked for, but Night Stalker is a little more clunky to run. It really relies on you making those dives, making those night ganks work. And in order to find the levels and the farm, getting the Aghanim Scepter, not the easiest way to get there. But Keeper of the Light, he can stack up those camps, he has that Illuminate to come back into that farm game, get that net worth on the board, get that Aghanims, and yeah, get that daytime vision for his buddies, have that permanent blinding light now buffed to obscene levels to really synergize well with Mana Leak, and yeah, that permanent recall as well has a lot of strategies that can involve retting. So opens up a lot of doors for you to try on new things, and also makes Timbersaw a happy camper as he will not be leaked this game. So Juggernaut, another very standard pick, a little bit on the light on the mana side, so Keeper is going to keep that well topped up, and Timbersaw is going to enjoy that mana as well when they start pushing for the lanes. And of course, a natural counter to this Juggernaut is the Ursa Warrior, so you take him out right off the bat, don't even chance it. And I really like this Ancient Apparition from Faceless. It's a very preemptive pick. Usually you only see it come out in response to heavy heal lineups, and most of the time only against Husker and Alchemist. But Juggernaut is one of those guys that does rely on that healing to keep the push going, and Ancient Apparition can really mess with these heroes. Ancient Apparition also messes with a lot of those BKB lifesteal kind of heroes. Heroes like PA come to mind, Gyrocopter back in the old times come to mind, and yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those heroes that may come back to bite them in the ass, so to speak, but it's also a hero that has a lot of powerful teamfight potential. I mean, a lot of teams grab mechs, they have fairy fires, they have magic sticks, all those things get nullified as well. AA is often just, oh yeah, hard counter to Alchemist, hard counter to Husker, hard counter to Armlet, but it can be a strong hero on its own when dealing against any, in a normal team fight. You land that Ice Blast, it's a big deal, you make them 10% less tanky, You have that magic amplification, the early game chilling touch. There's even cold feet for some good old lockdown with the Rubik as well. So overall, not too bad. You can actually have that global gank as well with the Nyx Assassin, just tracking on targets. Have that AA blast them with it and get something done here. So overall, looks like MVP are looking to put on the pressure here. They take that Jakiro as their 4th pick. They want that support to just melt those towers, along with the Juggernaut. Have that Timbersaw always in the front line, just threatening the opposition, threatening the anti-mage until he gets some farm. But Nyx Assassin is quite a strong hero against that Timbersaw, being able to stop him in his tracks with a spike, mana burn him, and just really make him miserable. Something to talk about as well, the little B-God, Mr. Black. Yeah, but getting his own anti-mage as well. I had not seen a burning anti-mage in a while, but now we'll get to see a black anti-mage. Definitely excited for that one. PA actually going to be removed as well. Why? A lot of Chinese players, when I was at TI, I've heard that Chinese players did actually consider PA as one of the harder counters to anti-mage because of how mobile she is and how bursty she is, able to take out that anti-mage before he gets out with the blink. So those quick crits could take him out, and of course you have that Juggernaut that could have potentially been in that mid role. So Faceless, they're not so sure about where the Jug is going yet until the Slardo's picked, so they had to ban the PA just to be a little bit safe. PA just a little bit too, well, not too good, but a little bit too flexible now as well, being able to put in that support role, just have the dagger spam come out, have her in the carry role, even in the mid role sometimes. So definitely have to watch out for that. But Slardo coming out, I like this hero pick. Soften up that anti-mage even more, track out that Nyx Assassin, and blow up weak supports like Rubik and Ancient Apparition. Definitely going to be a great game. Rough game for the Faceless supports. And we were talking about Faceless being undefeated at Boston Major, but they did lose their win streak to, I think, RRQ, if I'm not wrong, earlier this week or last week. And recently they did drop one game to Mineski just not too long ago, but still a pretty pristine record here. And I don't know, what's the last pick gonna be? Maybe to go back to that famous Warlock of theirs, but no, they're going for a Tinker. Gonna have that laser, that blind, and of course that anti-push that I really think they do need in this case, as they have themselves quite the battering ram coming their way. So they have to really think about what to do here in the laning phase. It is going to be very crucial. It's going to be very fragile. They can't afford to just be very casual about it. If they get caught 1 or 2 times at the wrong time, Jakiro hits level 4, level 5, and then suddenly your towers are melting fast. Juggernaut's getting his net worth up. The thing about losing early towers is the Slarder is going to be able to get quick dagger, but I do think the Timbersaw should be having a moderately bad time against a Tinker. I'm not really sure how that matchup goes. Not very often you see that. I think Tinker has the advantage here. I think almost definitely has the advantage here, unless someone comes to mess with the Tinker himself. Otherwise, Q is going to have to play a little bit more careful. I expect the Tinker to go for more points in the laser and the missile. Just want to try and burst him down. And my Dota, my X-Split was just scaring me for a moment there, but we're gonna hop into the game here. We have Faceless versus MVP in the best of 3. The loser will play Mineski in the lower bracket. Winner proceeds to the grand finals, where they can watch from their throne down at the bottom below, and scout out their opponents and see how things are going to go in the following final after this. So for now, we're gonna have some call-outs coming out here. Yeah, of course, Mr. Nuts did used to play on one of the MVP squads, so these guys, all old friends, all the Korean words coming out there. And yeah, no friendly talk, we're enemies. Come on, Black. Yeah, get your typing right. Alright, so we have MVP here on the right hand side. They got themselves a DC going on, so QO gonna be DC'd out for a bit. Febby gonna be playing on the Juggernaut. Dubu on their Coddle. Raisin on the Jakiro. Velo, also player we have not really talked about. A guy from Australia, actually, gonna be playing on Slaughter. He used to play on Space Creators, a Aussie-ish squad that tried out for the Southeast Asian qualifiers. Didn't really go too hot, and well, unfortunately bowed out really early, but still quoting a new popular Korean song there, TT, very good song actually. And yeah, so right now MVP gonna be on the right hand side. We'll introduce Team Faceless, the team, the hybrid team from Singapore. Ice at the helm. Nyx Assassin Nuts gonna be on that. Ancient Apparition XY, the Rubik, finally back from university. I think this guy. Jabs on his Tinker. Black Artist. Anti-Mage playing the Anime Mage. Alright, Anime Mage been playing here, and of course I think Jabs will be playing Tinker. Did I mention that? Yep, he is going to be playing Tinker, and we got ourselves a DC. So maybe we're going to take a look at the effigies. Maybe Ice has got something prepared for us. I'm not too sure. And oh, that's a bad word. Ice. Okay, let it go. Original, and that is that. I didn't know you could throw the mace that far, but yeah, this is a root phrase. 6.86 sucks in China pub. Cute. Oh, Mamma Mia. All right. Is he pinching his nips? Is it? All right. Looks a little bit PG. Agiario. Oh, yep. That game is pretty popular online. Get the out. Best hero in the game. I beg to differ. I do agree on the orb effect sound though. Best sound there. But yeah, look at this guy showing off his golden stuff. Alright, XY gonna run with boots there. Going to go into that middle lane and try and plop some stuff down. We'll see where he is going to go. He is actually wandering very, very deep here into Radiant territory and is looking out for Observer wards. But I think Fabi has been scouted here. This Observer ward probably gonna be denied, but XY gets himself caught out, so that is gonna be another D ward coming in. Jakiro, no sentries. And no sentries on the Kato as well. QO maybe go for the body block, but Mr. Boots XY is not going down. And the Korean Overlords, can they take a game off Faceless? Can they win the series? I mean, it's high time we stop calling them the underdogs. They have been in the scene. They have earned the respect of being a proper squad now. You know, no longer those little kids you see at the playground. They are now in the big leagues. They have been invited in multiple TIs. You know, they have been, they've been doing very well at multiple TIs as well. So, you know, calling them underdogs feels weird now, but I think Faceless are still the better team. But, you know, whenever I cast, it's always going to be the other way around. So for you bettors, I apologize in advance if you are betting on the favorite team, because usually it does go the other way with me. So we'll see what happens here. Jab's going to pick up his rune. It's going to be a rune here for the Timber as well. Picking up Calling Blade. So nothing too out of the ordinary. Already packing a salve here early, expecting the heavy burst coming up from the Tinker. So we shall see how Ice maneuvers in this off lane with his Nyx Assassin. He is known to feed a death or two just to get that creep equilibrium on his side. You know, he calls it tactical feeding, but we shall see. Rubik does look like it's going to be joining. Does look like he's going to be joining his buddy on the bottom lane as well. Fabi going off lane with the Kato of the Light. So we're going to have some really greedy lanes coming up from MVP. They want to punish this weak AA and anti-mage lane, and yeah, you already can see Black is going to get a lot of pressure put on him. I'm not sure if they expected this, but MVP are a aggressive team, so I expect QO do nothing short of diving this game. And well, here we go. Well, right now Nuts does get the deny going, and yeah, he will actually get it. Dubu takes a chunk of damage from Nuts here. Get himself a chunk of Nuts. QO meanwhile is going to be getting CS pretty okay. It would be 145. Okay, I say okay, it's not that okay. He's been missing quite a few last days, but then again, Laser is such a ridiculous spell to play against. And like I said, this is not going to be a Timber favorite lane, short of some early ganks. But Kato and Jakiro are not the gankiest gankiest heroes, so we'll have to see what happens. This lineup is also, this Kato pickup is also very favored by newbie. Black is taking quite a bit of damage here, has to back off there, eating a tangle, might even have to salve up. We'll see if they will be able to. I'm sorry, did I have CM on? Default announcer. There we go. Default announcer up, but CM is kind of cute. The announcer is kind of cute. But it can get really annoying when you're losing a game. It's nice when you're winning, but it's not as nice when you're losing. It's just really tilting when you're losing. I don't know why, but it just feels that way, you know. She has that bug you even though you already know that you're losing kind of voice. Meanwhile, QO is hitting level 3 now. He's actually caught up in terms of the CS. We've got an invisible XY looking to make something happen here, but there's a lot of melee creeps attacking on this Nyx Assassin, so trading there would not be the most optimal of trades. Rubik, meanwhile, finds his level 2. Oh, we have Fabi just last hitting under the tower here. Here comes the Illuminate, missing on Black there, nearly gonna kill crit. Oh, Black! Holding on that blink tag, on that blink, not wanting to use it just yet. 60 mana is... Oh! Boo! Cancels the salve, knows what the anti-mage was playing at, and now Black will be only getting half a bottle of effectiveness, and Nuts really not able to do much for his buddy there, only getting that Ice Vortex. It's going to be a really chill lane for them. They're not going to be able to do anything. They will be on the back foot for a bit, so Black gonna have to put his carrying skills to the test. Timbersaw is up to full again with that bottle, the mini pudge. I really detest this courier, guys. I'm so sorry, I hate it. But Jabs is just going to be trading efficiently here. QO getting the last hits, 10 to 15. It's a little bit behind, but then you expect that, whenever you're missing some with that laser. But nope, this Cotto is just too damn fast. 355 to the 335, even with boots. Yep, that's what happens when you ride a horse and when you use your short little legs there, Rubik. And Jab still just shooting away at QO. He does have rockets saved up. He has not skilled those skill points just yet. Just holding it in like every good mid player. Jabs holding onto those skill points. Maybe hits that level 5. The power spike could be there. I think he finds it. QO has that laser. Shooting one more, but he shot the creep. No! Jabs shot the creep. And I was just saying that he was amazing. I should not talk up players. I curse them. I jinx them to underperform. These guys, they don't perform well under stress. But it happens to the best of us. And now we're looking at Ice in the bottom lane. He's found himself 3.5 levels. He finds himself a regeneration rune, which will be perfect in this situation. I just missed that. But Jabs will find himself double kill. So gets himself redeemed there. They tried to fight the rune with some moderately weak heroes in the early game, but yeah, my bad, guys. I was just trying to talk up Ice. But Jabs gets himself a double kill after that crazy blunder there in the middle lane, missing that laser, and well, getting that, missing that opportunity for a kill. But he gets that in return there. Now the double kill coming online as well. Getting that early BO3 will be huge for this Tinker, and he surges his bottle back. With a little bit of maneuvering coming on here onto MVP Fabi. Fabi has to play a little bit careful. He does have, well, sort of unlimited spins so long as Cotto gets that extra point in Illuminate, but he is still taking damage here. Fabi has to be careful. The healing ward still keeping up. He munches on a tango. The Cotto will actually keep things cool for now. Jabs salves up, drinks the bottle, and QO send the bottle back again. So bottle crowing as usual. QO in the middle lane. How's he looking here? Oh, meanwhile, Black jumping in very deep there. Has to be very careful. Gets a mana burn. And the mana break actually does get the last hit there on the jug. But Jakiro coming in here against Nuts. Has to be careful there. Black is pulling back. He has a lot of ring of regeneration. So packing those rings in. And, well, he likes his life. So, gotta put rings on them. And I don't really think they can kill him. Even with level 1 Illuminate. It does do a little bit of damage. But really don't expect them to kill Black here unless he is very, very callous here. Jabs meanwhile gets a chakram to the face. QO has reached that point where he can actually pressure this Tinker moderately well with that chakram hit. So it does depend on his accuracy of the chakrams, how many hits he can get onto the Whirling Death. Meanwhile, the pressure is coming on his mounting here as the Jakiro hits level 4 with the level 2 Liquid Fire. Black really can't hold the wave. They have Rubik, they have that Nyx Assassin, they have Ancient Apparitions, but these guys are not anti-pushers. They have Fate Ball for a little bit of fun stuff, but it's not going to be enough. They have roamed some heroes down to the middle lane, get that EXP. I think they really want that Ice Blast on the Ancient Apparition, so they'll have to really sacrifice some of the manpower here on the top lane, and hopefully they get to that power spike in time. But the Tinker hitting that level 6 now, about halfway to his boot travel. We'll see. Probably, unless he gets another multi-kill, he'll probably go for the Soul Ring first, just to be able to sustain the mana. But otherwise, could be going for a quick boost of travel. There's some different schools of thought here when it comes to playing Tinker. We'll see how it goes here for Jabs. He has gone for the really bursty build, so maybe a boost of travel early could help to land some in ganks around the map. We'll have to see here. Black is about to lose his tier 1 tower, getting roasted. And Fabi in the meantime. Oh, Jabs meanwhile having a clash here with this Timbersaw, and Timbersaw not wanting to chance it here, is going to just play a little bit safe. Jabs popping that invisibility rune there just to be safe, but yeah, Faceless Black is gonna have to watch himself here. Tower about to go down. Febby is about to secure that one. Do they get the deny though? Oh, that's huge! Nuts! Finding that, and whenever you get that against a push lineup, you already see Febby just going to battle rage there, spinning away, getting the miss on that tower hit. You know, I felt like they could have been a little bit more disciplined about that, zoned a little bit more, and try and focus on zoning the Faceless heroes out before going for that tower push. But in the end, you know, it's still a tower down, it's still map control shrinking here for Faceless, and that's what you want to do. You want to lock down that map control against a anti-mage lineup, and we already have that Febby Juggernaut pushing in very deep here. We have Dubu, we have Jakiro. Jakiro not looking to let up here. I talked about that level 5 of Jakiro. That level 3 Liquid Fire is just going to slowly melt this tower down. And there's really nothing much you can do about it. Velo will find himself some extra net worth. Ice is allowed to get to level 7 though. So he has that Vendetta option ready. He has not moved out of the lane yet. Slaughter will report, I think, the second that happens. And Jabs has started finally skilling some March on the Machines, not having got that rearm yet as he has not got the flying boots. So, no real reason for now. The Portal Wards now got to keep tabs on the Xayah side, but they have actually stacked up the wave a little bit. They want to pull it back, trying to get another wave of farm, but Black, not gonna say yes to that one. He is definitely going to be pulling this one back. Try and burn some mana of Febby. Febby doesn't have the Omni Slash just yet, but you know, he's getting there. And once he gets there, there is some kill potential. If there is a misblink from Black, or if Nuts gets a little bit too close, could get those chopped right off. So he has to be careful. Flood Febby. Oh, there goes the space once again. Clears out the wave. You know, just a little bit of harassment. Nuts taking that Illuminate Blast as well. He is going to soften up. Juggernaut does have 9 Magic Stick charges, and we have that Illuminate ready for action. Nuts is scouted up perfectly here. Meanwhile, Boots of Travel is done for Jabs, so the clock is ticking here for MVP. They have to make things happen here, but the Tinker was allowed to farm into his power level. So we'll have to see if Faceless can stop this. They have stacks going on here. Arcane Rune scouted. Oh, that's a bad spot to be in, XY. The chains come back in, but oh, looks like the chains are gonna stop here by the Nyx Assassin. They lock down the Timbersaw, and this is a big kill to get the missile lands as well, and they do get the kill on that Timber. The Nyx Assassin proving to us why it's such an excellent hero against that Timber, and you know, just chaining across, taking that pure damage for your own, stopping you mid-thrack, and then off that popping the Mango for follow-up stun as well for that Tinker to close the gap. Very well done there. They do get the kill. Faceless now 4-0. We'll take a look at that gold graph, and then let's swing over to net worth. The Jabs Tinker 4.3k, and we got that gold graph favoring that Faceless squad there. Almost 2,000 now in favor for them. Febby taking up a stack of his own. See if he gets to that level 6, he finds it. So Black is going to try and contest this, but will be forced to blink away by Febby. Yeah, going to lose mana. Yeah. That's just what Anti-Mage does. He doesn't really care about you. Has he gone for stats? Yep, it's gone for, is it fair to call it, the burning build. Just built towards those stats. Make yourself a tad beefier. The crush comes out. There's going to be the Dual Breath. I think Nyx Assassin is in trouble here. Ice. We talked about tactical feats. He misses on the stun, but that's a tactical miss stun, right? Velo gonna hit this, so smack them the mana, but the tower shots might take him out, and I think Velo is gonna go down. He gets popped by the tower, so at least Ice goes down with a big middle finger to the fish. And, well, that is going to benefit him for sure. Febby, meanwhile, getting some space here in the top lane as they pull away supports to save Ice's crisis in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, middle lane, what's up here? We got 0-2 for the Timbersaw, not having the most fun start for himself. Maybe we'll see him go for a Pipe of Insight or even a casual hood. Have seen Timbersaws go for such items at the start now to try and resist burst against them. We'll see if that's going to be the case here. So far, Black is not in any kind of danger just yet. Observer Ward scouting out Timbersaw, and yeah, no real threat coming to him. I think Faceless can really just safely leave the anti-mage to the top, and Black, being an experienced anti-mage, should not be able to get caught. I mean, the only real stun here is the Slaughter, and he does have a Blink Dagger. So as I say that, he's now going to get that false sense of security, and getting Jabs, that kill, getting a kill on Jabs could be huge here. The Mud Golems all murdered there, and they crush onto the anti-mage. Is there going to be a kill? There is not. The Amplifier is still there. Do they get the Omni Slash? No, he gets the TP away, and like I said, experienced player, and yeah, not gonna be able to get the kill. And now the Ice Blast coming through. Is there gonna be follow-up? No sir, just gonna be softening them up, just knocking them back. And what is happening? Oh wait, Tinker kills off Slaughter. What? Okay, I think the March just prevented him from actually blinking out of there. He didn't have a TP anyway, so I guess. That was sad. But again, the DC coming out, QO having some computer problems. Definitely gotta be careful. But yeah, we'll see what happens. What's the issue? Maybe it'll be pointed out to us. But right now, Faceless are leading 6-1 at 12 minutes in, and I don't think, like I said, I don't think anyone else is very surprised about this. Faceless have been a very successful team as of yet. Crisp plays, Ice still bears a few of his old habits, but still, his old habits are not just throw for nothing, throw for a purpose, for greater good. And right now, tier 2 tower is gonna fall though. The map is shrinking for Faceless. It's a tier 2 down. Now the anti-mate's gonna have an even less farm to farm. Febby still wants to use his blade on someone, and XY looks to be the target of choice. But will he be able to burst him down in time though, is the question. He has 700 health. Quite a beefy guy. Nyx Assassin still farming up pretty nicely there. Goes into Vendetta form. We look for QO again. QO always the prime target. You want to get the Ice Blast. It's going to be very off the mark there. So, not going to be able to find it. The Ice Blast though. Oh, Mr. Cardo off the light. He knows. He knows. He knows this. He's walking haphazardly. This is a Vec right here. And yep, he runs in a straight line. Gets himself mana burn. Chakras himself up. Prime effect for Ice to juice up. And well, they get the old man. And now Velo still looking for picks here, but not really liking his chances against 4 heroes here on the dire side. So he will not be pushing the issue for now. But this is looking really rough here for MVP. The anti-mage getting free farm. The Tinker as well. 5.9k right now. 6,000 net worth. Really starting to surpass the entire Radiant squad by a mile here. This guy is getting all the farm he wants. Maybe build an early Arcanum Scepter. Could potentially be game ending. As MVP's pushing lineup is starting to get halted here because of the Tinker's early lead. And XY Horizon scouting out here. Jab still going to be sipping on his bottle. Horizon just looking for a kick here. Does find, does pop that smoke. Immediately reveals the Observer Ward. Nyx Assassin meanwhile dying that middle lane. Gotta watch out here. Is there gonna be a jump here? Febby taking a lot of the damage there. Eats up a Sentry Ward, so XY does not actually get it. Oh, what? Why would you TP in there? Oh man, Jabs TP's in the middle lane there. I really apologize, guys. I know you guys are gonna be hating on me for this one, but really looks like a fight was gonna happen bottom. But Tinker TP'd into this thinking he could save the lane, and he just feed a big kill over to that Slaughter. So now he's trying to miss any more kills. MVP Velo has that Blink Dagger, has been putting it to good use, putting MVP back on the board there, and Liquid Fire is going to start in earnest. Without this Tinker, it's going to be a very quick tower here for MVP. They have the Healing Ward as well. Do they have any initiators? 18 seconds on that Ice Blast, and Velo is just waiting for people to show their faces. And we see it here. To jump in there, XY, oh man, with the really good prediction here. Will catch XY out. Do they get the Slaughter? They do not. The spin stolen here on XY. It's going to counter up the Febby Juggernaut. Juggernaut doesn't have any outs right now. He doesn't have the Omni Slash as well. It's going to back off the rocket. It's going to hit. Ice is ready with the stun. He lands it. Febby gets hit at the tail end of that, and he will drop. The Mana Leak though, tagging onto Ice. He's just going to spike it away, and the rockets will come in. And so far, they bought enough time for this Tinker to come back there. Didn't save the tower though. But will they catch out this hero? The Chakram comes out. Timber Chain is going to get the guy away. He does get the Hood of Defiance here, so he just wants to resist some of that magic damage incoming. And really, not enough. Not enough damage output right now. As you can see, MVP just didn't really have the guns to take out that Rubik. Pardon me. But yeah, Ryzen. They're gonna go for it now. They jump forward. They get a double crusher. They want that Tinker. He is the prime target. They get the Illuminate across as well, and Jabs gives up. Gets shot there by that Twin Head Dragon. Try an Ice Path. Tag out Ice. But that guy's got 3 ices on him. Not gonna catch him that easy. And the Observer Ward, meanwhile, is going to be. Did I say Observer Ward? I say the Healing Ward. It's gonna be dropped down here. MVP gonna top themselves right up. Velo looking for another big gank here. Ice is gonna be the target. He blinks for it. He loses his stun already, but instant lift here from XY will get that bailout. Alright, Ice. He gets mana leaked up. XY is rolled there, but the Ghost Scepter so early on the Ghost Scepter. XY chains away this demon right here. Gets himself scot-free and even manages to dodge the crush with a stolen spin. Oh man, MVP tries so hard to pick this Rubik off, but XY just survives. This guy just doesn't want to die in nuts. Freezes QO under the tower, and well, Oh, get a hold of this as QO just dying non-stop in this game. Really hard to catch a break here with so many hard counters on the board. Velo just putting the team on his back there with those amazing crushes, but XY just outplaying that Slaughter, or rather the whole MVP lineup, dodging an Omni Slash, dodging spin, and then subsequently dodging that return smash as well on that Slaughter. Really big play so far. The smoke breaks here. XY gonna get found out here, but immediately Amplify gonna be counted out by that spin. Gonna spin himself to safety, even get himself some farm, but XY gonna go Scepter and nearly taking that Illuminate Blast, but Dubu is gonna port himself out of there. The Ice Blast is gonna be off the mark, but MVP, they look like they do not relent. They do not want to relent here. They want to push forward. Ryzen going for that Yule Scepter. More control coming out. Trying to lock down this anti-mage who has been pretty much undisturbed in this game. Has surpassed that Tinker in terms of net worth. He has been making space for his buddy there. Meanwhile, Jakiro in trouble. Just so much. Spike Carapace and Black, of course, with the typical anti-mage contribution, gets that Mana Void on that 1 health Jakiro almost. Oh, the crush coming in, finding Rubik. Does he get out of here this time? Houdini, do you bail yourself out of it this time? Ice is there, and yes he does. XY survives. Just kidding. Dead as a doornail. The Ice Blast is going to tag the Juggernaut, so takes him out, softens the Slaughter, and I don't think they will be able to get the kill there. QO has to be careful, just pulling out of there. He does pop the shield. Oh, they find the anti-mage, but is this going to be enough? There is still a lot of damage there. They need to go through, and Black will survive. Heavy power threads at strength, and pretty much full health is going to resist that gank pretty easily. And Kyo finds himself another Arcane Rune. That's going to be perfect there for a Timbersaw user, but is it enough? The damage so far, like I said, has been pretty lackluster here from MVP. Faceless is just so... Faceless is just so crisp on their plays. The Rubik just making so much space for the team. And, oh, jabs. Oh, Mana Burn coming out again. The Kato is going to get hit by a huge Ice Blast. The Mana is low here on Ice. He gets tagged. Oh, what's stolen there? Amplified damage. Not the best one to get, but Nick's Assassin just surviving so much, and that's why they call him the Cockroach. But Jabs, meanwhile, recharging his rockets. He's waiting for another one. Might look to blink on the eye and blow someone up, and there you go. Dubu low, but now here comes the Slaughter with a follow-up here. Is it going to be enough? Fabi comes in, gets the Omni Slash across, jumps over to XY, and what a nice bounce to get as well to illuminate. Is it going to be enough? Yes, he does. Gets the counter spin across, but Black is here. The claim kills, swipes off of his head. Fabi is going to survive with the healing one, or is he? Oh, meanwhile, jumps there, kills the courier, chops off the both wings. Violence alert. And oh no, MVP, they lose more than they bargained for. Now, ooh, we're gonna catch nuts there. This is gonna be pretty nice. Gets the right click there. Nope, Juggernaut gets it. Nope, Timbersaw teases him with it. In the end, chains it across and gets them. Gets the kill instead. So 7-14. Faceless starting to, you know, hammer at a few kills, but is it gonna be enough here? Black is still sitting pretty here with 3-0, 3 KSs more like, and looking really nice for himself, even cheating out the Vlad before the Yasha, being able to jungle more efficiently, and even solo Roshan once that Yasha comes out. So it's still clock on MVP. They are taking a lot of towers. There's only one tier 1 taken here for Faceless, and the second tier 2, or rather the last tier 2, about to go down here to MVP. So they have a lot of net worth on their board, but it's still Faceless gonna be in charge on that net worth as they have farmed more, they have killed more, and it's still anyone's game at this point. QO, they are getting tagged here. Ice. Oh, a huge Ice Blast coming in there, and they do get tagged, but Fabi actually does avoid that Ice Blast somehow. Dodges the snowball, gets bashed by Roshan though. Get out of my lawn. That's what Roshan says. Ice. Scouting gets revealed there. This is not the plan. Oh, there you go. Finds him. Marks him with the Amplifier. And I think Ice should be going down here unless he makes some spectacular plays. But no, sir. Here comes the chainsaw. And it's the Ice massacre here. As Fabi and QO corner him. And well, take him out. So without that Nyx Assassin doing the scouting, and they do have the secondary Ice Blast, but is it going to be enough? Nuts does find himself the Midas now, so it's still going to be a matter of time before that Ancient Apparition gets that Academ Scepter and that huge power spike that he's been looking for all game. But MVP, they take this opportunity, go for that Roshan. You know, it's just the power of the Slaughter lineup. You know, whenever you get a catch, get the drop on an enemy, you are able to pick up that Aegis for yourself and do damage here. And now Roshan is going to be claimed here by the Radiant. I don't think any kind of thing will stop it, and they will pick it up on the Juggernaut. 8-14 now. The kill score is looking pretty nice here comparing to the early game. MVP starting to claw back into this. The Timbersaw starting to climb as well. Anti-Mage way surpassing his opponents at 11,000. Yasha now done on him. And once the Manta comes out, there are going to be very limited options there to pick off this Anti-Mage. And MVP, they're going to spin here in the middle lane. Nuts. Has that Ice Blast. Really wants that level 11. You know, it gets that extra damage on. You know, it's just a really good bonus. Maybe you want to read a book. Is there a book? No, no books for him, so a little bit unfortunate there. But we do get the Diffusal here on the Juggernaut, so even skipping the Mansa, just getting that value Yasha, getting that Diffusal Blade for the extra burst, extra chase, and of course purging XY's pesky Ghost Scepter. Of course, Ice is the Space Maker, also he's known to some people in some circles. Could be chipping away at this bottom creep wave, just push it out, you know, try maybe draw some attention to himself. But yeah, MVP looks like they're not about to let up. They are going to be knocking on tier 3s very soon. We have Nuts finally hitting his level 11. Can enjoy that. Jabs has Aether Lens on him, doesn't pick up the Aghanims early, so Jab's going to pick that Aether Lens for longer laser, more damage as well. But is it going to come back to bite him? Because that Aghanim Scepter is the most crucial high ground holding defense item that you can possibly get. And he did start out with a big amount of money, so having that early is going to be good. They drop a sentry, they find that Observer Ward, they munch that eyeball out. And Slaughter, Vanguard on board, just really wants to soak up the frontline damage. Maybe even transition into a late game Abyssal, you never know. Crimson Guard could be useful as well. Black, meanwhile, doing the rat here. And we have QO just walking past that Nyx Assassin. They do not know that Ice is scouting, and I feel like they should always pack some dust, maybe even sentries to get him. If they want to get this Timbersaw, there is an assassination being plotted here. Do they find a QO? Is pretty darn tanky. Has the Hood of Defiance, has the Bloodstone for a quick exit if he wants to. But the Ice Blast is gonna miss there. They know the Ice Blast is not available for this high ground defense. Jabs is gonna have to use the March to just hold the wave. Yeah, Febby is gonna heal up. Slaughter runs in there looking for a hopeful pick. Does he find it though? Febby is low. He has to be careful there. Crushing the creep wave, letting that healing ward top him back up. XY has spin again. And without the Ice Blast, like I said, it's going to be a rough one to hold. But there are no creep waves because March of the Machines is one hell of a spell. And Black, meanwhile, still going to enjoy his time here on the bottom lane. I think MVP might be forced to peel away from his assault and delay that Aegis holding timing. And yeah, looks like Jakiro will port back soon enough. And the rat has worked. Black playing a game of chicken there. Looks like MVP are not going to let up. They know that this is discipline play required. XY dodges the crush with a spin there. Febby gets a counter spin across, but that's just to clear up the wave. He's taking a huge chunk of damage. He loses the Aegis, and that's a big one to get as well. Losing the Aegis without any kind of recompense. And now this tower down to half health it may be, but I think it has scared MVP off enough. And XY just so many disjoints, so many dodges this game. Really, really just pissing off MVP. The spin timings on this guy have been huge so far. And you can see the Slaughter, you know, just pinging multiple colors, pinging the Rubik, just wanting to find him. And it looks like it will be bailout time here as the Tinker seems good when it comes to high ground defense. And oh, Timbersaw looking at Anti-Mage, but can they kill him? Nope, just gonna be chaining across, doing some damage, but Black knows he can fight this. And yeah, Black doesn't be knocked down to half health, but he's pretty tanky at this point. He's not gonna be too worried about things. And it looks like MVP are gonna smoke. They are gonna look for a pick off here. The Ice Blast is gonna be sent bottom, I imagine. QO just coming in with the tower push. I think Nyx Assassin really wants in. Oh no, he gets the charm, he misses there. Now the stun comes out. That's a big one to get. The Mana Void could be coming in, but a big Ice Path and the crush follows up. Black is dead. The Chainsaw Massacre on the bottom lane. Febby with the great timing. I think Velo actually should be given credit for that one. Coming in with the crush. I was so confused how that Ice Path hit so many. And that was the setup. Perfect here from the Fish. And with 3 crucial heroes down on Faceless, without buyback on the Anti-Mage, it could be MVP's time to shine. Tinker knows this. He buys back immediately, and this could be the opening MVP needs. They kill the Tinker again. They have the doors right open for them. This also could be giving them information. If Tinker bought back, it could be possible that the AM didn't have buyback, or they didn't want to spend it. So either way, MVP are gonna force this. They bait out the March middle, and now they're going for the middle lane push. Sneaky bastards, the Koreans. They get the middle tower. Will they get the top tower though? They get hit by an Ice Blast. The Chakram comes out. The healing ward will top them up. It lasts longer than the Ice Blast. Not upgraded by Aghanims just yet. But the Rexers taking heavy damage. They're not focusing the right targets themselves though. Have to be a little bit careful there. And I think it's time to bail here. Febby throwing an Ice Path out there. just in case Ice was lurking in around the corner. They get the tier 3 tower and they should be content right now. Getting a triple kill in the bottom lane. MVP will pull out for now, wait for another Aegis, wait for another pick before they go in and punish Faceless's lack of positioning. And right now, Ice sneaks down to bottom lane, finds an arcane rune, jabs as well, still trying to work towards the Aghanim Scepter, but that buyback really hurt him bad. Really broke his back in terms of the funds, and he's back to square one there, farming the wave, pushing out the wave against his anti-mage's will. And with the two lanes constantly pincered here by MVP, you know, you keep this pressure on these two lanes, just force them in. It makes it hard for Faceless to find farm on the map there because you keep this control, and that's why losing that tier 2 tower in the top lane too early is not ideal. As you lose control of your jungle, you just open more space for your opponent to farm. The Ice Blast streaks across, gets Ryzen on the tail end of it, but it doesn't really do much as only the Frostbite tags him. And now Febby, they know the march has been used middle. Is it time to go middle here? I mean top. By middle, I mean top. Oh no, oh Rubik going in, but this time he could be Omni Slash. If he's not careful, he gets Omni Slash. And now, well, you can dodge magic, but you can't dodge the Omni Slash. And they do get the kill, but they're going in here. Timbersaw about to feed here. Does he have the Sudoku? He doesn't. Black gets him out with that Mana Void, and this time there will be no bailout from friends. Oh, Velo taking a huge chunk of damage as well. Black has arrived. He has finished farming. Whoa, good heavens. Look at the time. It's 3 AM. But there are no creeps here to help the push. So it looks like MVP are gonna committing to these these guys just really wants to commit to the push. But Fabby dropping low, anti-mage coming in as well. They get the Juggernaut kill, and that's the bailout they need. Black though, meanwhile, do they get the kill? They have to force staff into Crutch. The Chakram just a little bit short. The blinding light as well, burning him, dodging him out of, pushing him out of Chakram range actually. Nyx Assassin stops the Timbersaw, and now he gets brought down again by this anti-mage. The Slaughter just fighting in, and an over-aggression here from MVP finally gets punished. 4 heroes down, no Rexes claimed, and oh boy, not looking good for them. MVP pulling out, and this game, you know, looking at the game, you know, it could be saying, okay, that's an even fight. They lost one, they win one, you know, it's not too bad, right, MVP? But wrong. Faceless, they are a stronger defense lineup, you know, getting that timing to farm, getting the timing to get those extra equipment, getting the Aghanim Scepter maybe on Ice could be huge to holding the high ground. Getting the Aghanim Scepter on Tinker could be huge for getting that high ground defense going. Jabs just needs a little bit more, 2,000 more. Quite a loan, but you know, just needs a small loan of $2,000 and he will find it. The Ice Blast is gonna miss, just looking for a peek there, trying to find maybe a hit, and then Nyx Assassin goes in there with a burst, but no, not gonna be the case here. Febby might wanna, yeah, gonna use the spin there on the middle lane, trying to pressure. They still are trying to get Rex, but then even if they get Rex, will it be enough? The Spike Carapace finds him again. This Timbersaw just can't catch a bloody break. But no, he will be spun up into the air. He gets chained away. He's dropping low. The Tinker does a chase forward. No, he does not. Fearful of the Bluefish. And immediately ports out of their Ice was really to join in on their murder spree, but not gonna find it. And in the end, Ryzen. Heal Scepter up. Urn of Shadows as well. Dubu charging up the blast. Just farming some creeps. And Febby gonna take that time to farm. Let's take a look at net worth. Once again, Mr. B God, or Little B God, has 18,000 net worth now on his anti-mage. He is getting huge and in charge. Lincoln Sphere on board. It's getting tough to kill him. I think it's gonna be hard to kill him short of overcommittal like you saw in that bottom lane. It's got 4,000 in favor of him. Oh, the Timbersaw comes in again, sees the anti-mage and says, no, that's not my scene. I'ma peel out of here. And oh, will you look at that, Philo. Leading charge once again. They might want to look for a jabs kill. Oh no, the 4-staff. He 4-staffs into this entire thing. Very confused there. And now even the Hadouken coming out here, just, you know, striking them down. And Velo really wants to eat up this Observer Ward. They're taking a lot of rocket shots to the face. They will survive for now. The Ice Blast, will it land? He just tags them with the Frostbite. Oh no, Nyx Assassin jumping in, trying to get a kill. And this is just ice things. Knowing when to bail out and when not to, but I think he might have bitten off more than he can chew. Oh, Fabby missing there, actually trying to time that well, but in the end, do they go for the Omni Slash on Fabby, on Ice here? Do they actually commit it? Nope, they do not. They blow him up, but XY might be joining his friend there in death, and now Ice and XY gonna be holding hands in the fountain as they spectate this upcoming match, or upcoming fight there. 3 versus 5. It's gonna be rough here. QO gets the Eel Scepter on the base defender. Jabs is low. They might find with the Diffusal Blade finds him. And with this base defender down, can the Anti-Mage wipe them all out? The Mother Void! Oh boy! Takes 3. Little B-God has arrived and he clears them all out. Single-handedly saves the base. And oh boy, Faceless. They were so close to losing a Rex there with the crazy dives of Ice and XY. But in the end, a big Mana Void on Timbersaw. Should have picked up that Lincoln Sphere. Should have really bloody picked it up. And in the end, punished. As the Anti-Mage sundles the Cabal. I don't think you can kill this guy. It's not happening. It's not happening, MVP. Don't try it. Here comes the Roshan. It's up. Will Faceless pull through? Will they survive long enough for the Aghanim's to start arriving? Nuts, having survived these couple of fights there, dying only the once, is $500 away from that Aghanim Scepter upgrade. And that is almost game-breaking here for this matchup. The healing was so important. Just shutting down healing for 17 whole seconds is just insane. And right now, Slaughter has the Vanguard, 4-star Blink Dagger already. But all that catch for what? For what? I wonder. Oh, QO still low. The Ice Blast, you know, just really a little bit short of triggering that death kill. And Velo is ready to jump in again. He has been finding those pick-off pristine jumps there, but really not enough. And here comes Black. He's ready. He's ready for some fights. He gets hit by the Ice Blast. Is it going to be enough? The Mantle comes out. They lift up on Jakiro. Febby going in. They want to search out for Nuts there, but gets the Eel Scepter. Just interruptions. Velo now out of mana. He could get brought down here. The fish going to sashimi it there. Black is wicked sick and with a reason as well. QO tries to chain himself away. He does get himself away, but it looks like Nuts will be turning on the sniper rifle. Doesn't get him. Febby goes into the Omni Slash. Does he find Black? No, taking damage. One more crit will find it, but no. The Chakram comes out, finishes off Black, and that's a big kill to get. They lose 4 heroes for it though, but it does stop FL from taking that Aegis. So getting that kill on the Anti-Mage, I think that saved them. If they had not gotten AM there, they would have probably lost the game really hard, as the Aegis would have gone the other way. But MVP, they'll revive faster. They have this opening to take this Aegis. Can they find it? Is the real question here. The Timbersaw coming in middle lane. I feel like this Timbersaw is more of a hindrance than anything here. Really should be picking up that Lincoln Sphere to protect his team. Not yourself, bro. You don't die, but your team dies. They blow up along with you, man. You are that mana bomb. You are that spy on the in the internal there for Faceless. And QO, I think you don't want to be that. Maybe play something like TA, you know, less mana to burn. And powerful against AM as well. The Ice Blast comes down, just tagging anyone that might have been there, but the Observer, well, the Creep Wave will push down this tier 2 towers, starting to add on the pressure here. 35 seconds for that Anti-Mage revival. He's got 46,000, he's level 24, and I was wondering why that took so long for him to revive, but that is because he is level 20 freaking 4, and right now, Roshan is gonna get done here by the Radiant. Do they have a contest coming here? Nyx Assassin looking for the white man, he finds the Gandalf. And down he goes, Febby, keeping his eyes on the prize. Looks for that Aegis. Here comes the Ice Blast. It could be huge there. But Febby should not be perturbed by this one. They start the Eel Scepter on the Ice. He takes a Macropire. It's more of a sauna than anything. Doesn't do much damage. But Ice tagged with flames right now. Can he blink? Can't blink for a couple of seconds. Febby looking for targets. The Eel Scepter is there. They find another Ice Path. And this time the Cockroach will get stomped there. They get the spray out. And they piss him off. And while Faceless Void... Team Faceless, they will play without the Nyx Assassin for the next 55 seconds. No buyback on that counter as well. So looks like it will be up to Tinker and Black to hold the line. The Tinker getting dangerously close to the Aghanims. He doesn't have buyback if he picks it up, but I don't think he cares. No, he's going for a Hex. Okay, no Aghanims for him. He doesn't want those multi-rockets. A little bit too gimmicky for him. He wants the Hex, and I can't say I blame him. Juggernaut, a really slippery bugger to catch, and that Hex will do just the job there. And right now, MVP, they're looking for targets again. The 2-man squad, the Jakiro, Slaughter, did they find any kills? I don't know. Right now, I think, apart from Ice, the true diver of this guy on Faceless is not going to be able to find anything. The Chakram steal here from Rubik is huge as well, being able to clear out creep waves and just really stem the bleeding in terms of pushing. And this Rex has been banged on since the 20-minute mark, still staying fresh. His buddy here, a little bit weathered, but really not too much to worry about. And now the green creeps start marching on the Dire base, are going to just collapse at the front door. Nuts turns one of them into gold, picks up the Aghanim Scepter, and so does Timbersaw. But guess what? That means more mana for Black. definitely gonna be happy with that one. But looking at Dubu, has that point booster on him, building that Aghanim Scepter as well. Very surprised it took so long for him to pick it up. You know, has been pretty much the ward, the position 6 almost, the ward bitch, so oftenly referred to these supports. And Febby, really, I think maybe he needs a Blink Dagger, but then again he also needs that BKB that he's currently working on. And I can't really blame him. The magic damage has been really immense here in this team. After his spin, he can't afford to start the fight with the spin there and try and bypass all that magic damage because of how it locks down his DPS potential with diffusals. But right now, I really like how the BKB is picked up. It allows him to just BKB and run up to the front lines, use the diffusal blade more aggressively and just pick off targets. But I also like how Ice is just fearlessly just roaming around and we'll see what Nyx Assassin gets out of this. You know, we did see, I think, newbie KP's Nyx Assassin recently against IG. Just pick up the courier non-stop and just kept throwing the IG heroes back, you know, preventing a long push that results in a big win. But now Ice starts off with the stun. The Ice Blast is going to be on the mark here. They find him, the Eul Scepter, a little bit weird, very funny interaction there. They get the chain across, and now Jabs is ready to try and find that kill. QO trying to run away from his problems. Does he get out of there? He's just buying time for his buddies, and now QO gonna Eul Scepter himself up. There is the Chakram coming in and just cutting away at the trees, but still. Jabs getting that Aghanims, getting that AIDS lens. It's gonna be hard to lock them down. So yeah, it looks like he didn't pick up the Hex in the end. You know, had a little discussion with his friends, didn't pick up the Hex, and well, pick up the Aghanims instead. Thinking the 4 rockets are more effective. And Gandalf, how's the White Wizard looking? Doesn't have his Aghanim just yet, so currently Gandalf the Grey really needs that upgrade going. Has the Blinding Light permanently. Could really screw around with his Anti-Mage. You know, after he uses his Manta, could really mess around with him. But QO is gonna be farming here. He has been the frontline bait this game. And oh, we see his frontline here. Oh, the first hit bash here! What the hell? Round the corner, first hit bashes are Dota's worst things, you know, top 5 worst things to happen to you. And looks like we have Ice once again just scouting there, waiting for the Timbersaw, the Nyx Assassin. He's gonna be scouting out, looking to spike that. He will spike that. Yep, spike that into invisibility and now get the burst again. Where's that Ice Blast? Gonna be off the mark there. Nuts is gonna be fired over that one, definitely, or slap on the wrist at any rate. I don't think it'll kill him anyway. Timbersaw has started building real tanky, building into that Lotus all by Imagine. Might be Shiva's guard, but Lotus doesn't seem like too bad an idea as well. But now QO starts with that starts with that bash, but QO, lucky for him, does not have that Mana Void to deal with. And well, we're gonna see if there are gonna be any further pickoffs here. But meanwhile, Febby looking to really make a full use of this BKB, not gonna be peeling back here. And when playing against split push, you have to really make the right calls, when to pull back, when to get those trades. And I really gotta say, I like MVP's decision making so far, but they still have been deterred long enough for that Aegis to wear off. And Faceless has been playing the perfect game of cat and mouse, just drawing them around the map there. And well, right now, looking real rough. Febby doesn't have his Aegis anymore. Ice still tagging along, and I'm surprised they do not have it. Ice messes up, and now he might get punished. Here comes the fish. They want XY more. They were triggered by his earlier plays. A big kill coming in. The Omni Slash going across all of them. The BKB deployed. Not sure it was necessary. They find the kill. The Eul Scepter is here. They find the Nyx Assassin. He gets completely annihilated. And now Faceless. They look down the barrel of a push. A huge one to come at that. But there's Anti-Mage. There's always hope when it's 3 AM. Tinker is holding on to that buyback for now. XY buys out of it. Black still has that Lincoln's. QO, stay away from your friends. Stay away from your friends. QO, really want to stay away from those friends of yours. Don't want to blow them all up. This guy just waiting for that juicy skill. It's gonna do a lot of damage if you stay near your friends, buddy. Sorry. Didn't hit the mute in time. We should be good. Febby, killing off the stolen healing ward traitor. jabs. How's he looking here? So far, I really got to give 2 thumbs up to this game. Full of action, full of critical decision making, and lots of ice. I'll let you decipher what that really means, but lots of ice means lots of entertainment, actually. Really. Keeps the game fresh. And right now, Black fearlessly pushing middle. Does he fear the retribution that is going to be the slaughter? He blinks though, and Velo is just going to back off there. No one wants to deal with Big Bad Black. This guy, 31,000, 22,000 on that QO Timbersaw, and really no surprises that the AM is pretty much maxed out right now. Could even pick up a moonshot and munch on that. Real metal. Have you ever thought eating moonshots pretty metal? Thing doesn't look edible. Dealing what? Going to be following Black around. Sitting pretty at 2005 right now. MVP.
Tis mine.
Now QO. It's gonna be farming a little bit. Picked up the Shiva's guard, and I'm looking at this number right here, and I'm not feeling good for his buddies. I mean, they got some amount of HP. I mean, they're tanky guys. But how tanky of a Kabali must you be to survive anti-mage? I don't know. Black. Yeah, get him Scepter on the bright side. Almost done here for the Coddle. QO. That's that Shivas. That's the Bloodstone. Just waiting for ages. Alright. Yeah, so I thought I was missing something, but yep, they're waiting for ages. And they're giving Black more time to farm, you know. I would say that, but at this point, he's pretty stacked, and with the Assault Cuirass, amplified damage is just pretty much only going to remove the basic armor off that Assault Cuirass. He does blink aggressively though. This could be the time now. Black gets jumped on. There's the Ice Pop. They start there with the Obby Smash. Goes onto the Sanseers. Doesn't do enough damage. The Manta Style comes out. It looks like it's pain time for Febby. The Ice Blast coming in. Nuts is going to find him right on the dome. Kobe gets him. And now the Omni Slash stolen view from XY. Finds the Jakiro. He spins himself into the air, gets the blast off, but immediately gets hacked by the Fate Ball. The Tinker though, gonna get counterplayed. The Juggernaut will melt down. Oh, he does not actually jabs. Surviving low here, the Shiva's guard. Not enough here to tag him down. But is it gonna be enough? Black is there, waiting with that Mana Void. I've got a special present for you, buddy. Where's that Mana Void? Working for the boom. No, not even needed. Gets the cold feet. And now, a 4-man wipe here. MVP, Faceless, just getting a easy win. And right as the Roshan respawns as well, as if Valve couldn't have timed it any better. They get that instant respawn. Black might have to drop something for this, but maybe just give it to the Tinker, you know, lose his bottle for a bit. He is slightly vulnerable, or maybe give it to Ice, you know? Be that bait, you know, bait with a second life. Always good to have. And, well, MVP Febby, the only one to survive that onslaught. Will they get the kill on that Roshan in time? Yes, they will, of course. You know, say that for, you know, just to build some kind of suspense, but really no suspense here as Black is just going to town on everyone. Full slots at anti-mage, not really caring about what's in his way. They pretty much got that nice initiation there, just not enough damage. This Juggernaut cannot afford to just play him. Needs a bit more damage, you know, really needs like maybe an MKB, even a, I don't know, MKB, I think even a Deso is not going to cut it here. It's going to take a lot to bring down Black, and that's through his buyback as well. And now the Aegis is on the Tinker, so it's not going to be easy to catch him off. Nyx Assassin will pick himself a cheese, so that is a full power up for that guy. Fabi meanwhile, as that Dominion Edge, he is going MKB, like I said, that's not going to be enough. PP have been struggling to take racks for so long here, but Faceless, like the stubborn cockroaches they are, not going to die here. I was referring more to Ice, you know, he dies a lot, but you know, he gets the scouting done, you know, makes the space for his buddies. A lot of them just overcommit there on the bottom lane. It's just really rough. But this anti-mage is getting out of control. I'm not sure what they can do to stop him. I'll like to You know, maybe it's time to make side bets. You know, does Anti-Mage die even the once in this game before it ends? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. But game number 1 of this best of 3. If you guys are just tuning in, you have missed out on 46 minutes of C action Dota here. We have MVP. They're struggling to take racks, and Anti-Mage just getting big and just pretty much only dying once or twice there. Not really caring about enemy aggression and putting the team on his back. And this is the best of 3 in the upper bracket final here of the C group for Dota Pit Season 5. Winner will proceed to the grand final. Loser proceeds to fight Maneski in a BO3 tomorrow. So it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be intense. Maneski are no slouches. You don't want to play against Maneski because you will be playing against a Radiance. That is one of the biggest motivators of not wanting to play Maneski. Mr. Miracle. As that Radiance strategy, well, the Radiance guidebook, I can almost call it right now, open on his lap, like, what hero should I build Radiance on today? And Black says, okay, the time for waiting has passed. It's time to bang on the tier 3 doors. And looks like they're going to be playing safe a little bit more, you know. Just chill a little bit. Don't want to risk any kind of crazy plays. Don't want to have to be forcing out a buyback here for himself. But I really have doubts as to whether or not he will be dying here. Nuts, meanwhile, just gonna pick up the Vlads that AM left behind and help keep his team alive again. This guy always support through and through. Rubik, the Ghost Scepter, has the Blink Dagger as well, the Timber Chain available. Yeah, still managed to keep his death at a low count. Okay, pause comes out. And MVP. I feel like they're really low on resources in terms of dealing with this Anti-Mage. It's still really rough. But it could happen. I mean, with some big items, maybe if Slaughter starts picking up damage, it could happen. A Desolator maybe might be able to find some damage to put onto this AM, but I don't know, man. This guy, yeah, this guy is gonna be hard to kill. And speaking of which, you know, I mean, this version has been great so far. We've been seeing lots of different metas evolve. You know, we got the was it a Pony? No, Pony's last version. I can't remember what metas actually hit here, but the Warlock meta recently hit as well. The Undying Warlock meta, the Face Rush meta. A lot of metas have been coming out, you know, but really looking forward to the Monkey King, which will be dropping in, I think, about 38 days, if I'm not wrong. 39 days, maybe. 38. I think 38 days. So Monkey King is coming in 38 days, and I don't know, along with 6.69. Oh, sorry, 6.89. 8-9, yep. Oh no, Caudle of the Light gets himself spiked there by Nyx Assassin. Ice doing Ice things. Gets assassinated here by the Anti-Mage. The Amplify is on. He's now at a cool 16 armor after getting his armor completely broken. And I say completely in the biggest inverted commas ever. Fabi is not going to be able to find a way to punch a hole into that base. Not with Tinker constantly pushing out the wave. Not happening. This does seem like those slow bleed outs that I'm used to seeing here. Against a really strong core, Fabi could get bounced on, get that Abyssal Blade on him, and just really melt him right away. So has to be careful. Nuts as well. Has the Aghanim's upgrade. Ice Blast. So a tag here on Fabi could be death. And without that Battle Fury, so all that life decisions, man. You make your choices at level 1. You might grow to regret it at level 20, level 19. MVP Phoenix feeling the pain. Oh, here comes the Ice Blast shooting up top. They might find the Anti-Mage now. They get another bash. They get a following bash. The Omni Slash is there, but is it enough? I think they were just really grasping at straws there. Again, the Omni Slash stolen. Come on. How many times do you want to give it away? XY just too good. He blinks away. Mid Omni Slash gets first hit bash into Shakira. It doesn't really matter. Gets a huge nuke onto the team of MVP. And there was only one guy and one charlatan here on the side stealing Omni Slash. But here comes Black. Ready to knock down this tower, knock down this base. He is not taking prisoners. Black is up to 7,000 gold now. Nothing to spend on. And Nyx Assassin is here. The herd is gonna march. Okay. Expecto Patronum.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Alright, and yeah, Black is gonna be banging away at this, and now they go on to Ice doing Ice things, but he has the cheese at the last moment as well. Not a time to spare. Oh, Will nearly lagging out there, getting so many particle effects. QO drops the Shiva's guard, they land the stun there onto QO, he gets blown up, Velo running away, and does QO have a buyback? He does not. 100 seconds more in the grave, and he doesn't have the buyback, and I'm not sure MVP have the tools to deal with this anti-mage. 3 AM all day, every day. Caudle may be there controlling the daytime. Did you all spiked? Oh man, Ice. Clever pun. We had a huge spike. Yeah, so do you, Ice. So do you. Our Dota 2 dad jokes. But yeah, of course, yeah, there was a huge spike. We all received it. I got it too. But then these guys are just buddies right now. We have the most useless ultimate in all history, Macropire. Jumping on him, immediately getting Manta dodge and bashed. XY gets the last hit as well, the faithful KS galore. And MVP Febby really trying to make something happen here. I don't know why the anti-mage is blinking backwards. He is just not dying this game. There is no way. And there we go. Going in, Ryzen trying to get something done. They break the Linkers, they go in with the crush. AM says, is this really your best? The Lotus Orb comes out, they do damage, it's not enough. They just walk through the march, try to get XY, they try to get anything here really. Febby, try BKB your way out of this. Nope, Kambal sundered, and the GG comes out. 20-40, makes it really nice then. Don't ruin the score, come on. Gets a 41 I guess, so triple kill here for Black. This had been a while coming now, and MVP will fall in game number 1 in this best of 3 of the Dota Pit Season 5 C upper bracket final. Oh man, Faceless. Don't give the B-Gods anti-mage is all I can say. And yeah, Faceless gonna take game 1. Very simple game 1. Stop the push early game and just swing back and force. I gotta say, the true standouts in this game would be, of course, XY's Rubik play as well as Black's pristine anti-mage play. Pretty much almost no mistakes there, despite that crazy lane that he had to contend with in the early stage. And right now, they get a tough game 1 win. Will they get a game 2 follow-up? Is it gonna be easy? My friend won the Battle Cup. Congratulations to them, I'm jealous. But yeah, 41-20, MVP Phoenix looking shaken. But we'll see if they remain stirred here in game number 2 as we hop into the next game very shortly. But Faceless looking to pick this one, make this one a 2-0. Maybe we'll see some Warlock and Undying. I'm really looking to scrutinize, or rather observe, their Undying playstyle. I'm very excited for that one, but seems like MVP has the number and has been banning it. I'm looking forward to that. We'll be right back. I'm Lysander Zenora. If you like my casting, you can follow me on Twitter. It's on the top right corner. And yeah, send me your feedback about this cast or anything else. Let me know about your comments about this game. And I'll be back with you guys with game number 2 very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Much love and Kappa.